Berkeley with Liao Ling-te in his home, and he's been sharing some of his wonderful artwork. He's a multifaceted artist. Behind him, you can see some of his own ceramics, as well as the Chinese ceramics that he has collected over the years. And on the wall over here, you see his watercolors. The one in the middle is traditional style, but it's of Bodega Bay nearby. And the other two, I believe, are in Point Richmond, more recent watercolors. So Mr. Liao, maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you learned to be such a great painter and calligrapher. Where did you learn this?
Actually, it's my hobby. When I was young, I liked calligraphy, and I encouraged by my teachers, and I get a lot of prizes. So kind of from that, and when I go to college, I start Chinese literature. I'm kind of teaching assistant on the calligraphy class, so I'm more involved, and I had a lot of teachers, very good artists. I learned from them. Then I study the books and copy the old masters' calligraphy. That's why I use this as a kind of like a daily activity in the United States. So kind of, more kind of help me kind of put my heart in center, kind of in a sense. So in a sense of meditation.
Yes.
Because in the United States, especially if you study literature, listening or art, you don't have a lot of Chinese people can share with. So I spend a lot of time on that myself.
So you came from Taipei University in 1969 to study at the University of Minnesota.
Right.
To study Chinese literature.
To East Asian study.
East Asian studies. And how many Chinese people were there in your department at that time?
No, nobody. They're all Caucasians. And I didn't finish the degree I was supposed to be. Then I transferred, kind of engaged into computer studies.
Yes. And then you came out to Berkeley, and you were working at the
UC Berkeley.
UC Berkeley.
In the computer center for 25 years. That's the only job in my life.
But on the side, you were still pursuing your life.
Yes. The computer is really make a living from the computer science. My interest still in art and literature, so I pursue that at the same time. Then I involved in pottery, in making pottery, because pottery in China is one of the major art also. And here in the University of Minnesota, they have very strong ceramic department. So I take a lot of classes there. And then so I learned how to make the functional utility things, like a teapot, plates I can use. Then I can use my Chinese calligraphy and painting skill, decorate my pottery.
And where do you make your pots here?
Here, there's a lot of community college, in the Canadian college, and country class college. They all have ceramic department. So I go there, use the kiln, take classes, use the kiln, do my work.
So, well, you have you're very prolific in many different fields. Yeah. And your Chinese community here, is it a mixture of people who grew up in Taiwan and a mixture and some people who came from mainland China?
Yeah, the early part of before the United States opened established relationship with mainland China. Most people here from Taiwan or Hong Kong. Then after the Nixon ping pong diplomats. So then we established this, so have the mainland Chinese scholar come to the United States from there.
And what year was that?
I don't know. It's I don't know what year, but at least it's, when the Taiwan was replaced by mainland China as the member in the United Nations that year. Since then, they have Chinese scholar come to the United States.
Well, you're carrying on a long tradition that hopefully, as Chinese community becomes larger and people have more time, maybe they will also be interested in.
Eventually, yes.
Yes.
Maybe I can see the people when they establish, they have means and they have time to pursue the love of art, then they will gradually appreciate it.
Yeah, I guess since you've moved to Berkeley, that was in the 70s?
No, in the 1975, 1978, maybe 79,
And since then, you've seen so many more Chinese come to Berkeley.
Yes.
So you do have Chinese friends. You have a lot of Chinese friends, but they're not artists the way you are.
No. Yeah, they're all mostly science.
But I know you share tennis with them. You play tennis with them every week.
Yes. We enjoy talking. We have, eat dinner together with friends, but hardly ever talk about art.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us. And here, Mr. Liao is showing us his very beautiful calligraphy. Do you want to tell us what these texts are?
This is called the Diamond Sutra. Is a Buddhist text,
And how long did it take you to do this page, this scroll that we see in front of us?
Maybe it took me a week. Less than a week, maybe, A couple of days, maybe 3 days. It's a long, very long.
Wow, and how many hours a day were you working?
Maybe 3 hours a day. It's very fast, actually.
But you don't find it really hard work. You find it meditative, you say?
Yeah. It's according to Buddhism, if you copy the text, will give you merit to your life. So add merit to your life.
Yeah.
Good karma.
Good karma. Good karma. Yeah. And
like you in In the medieval period of Europe, the people copy the book, the Bibles, the same. Yeah, you wanna, kind of spread the religion, the spread the Buddhism by copy text. That time don't have a print, so that's the way to do it.
Do you belong to a Buddhist temple here in
I don't
Berkeley?
belong. I just like their philosophy, that part. I don't really practice their ritual. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for a large scroll, we have this beautiful scroll, which is not Buddhist text, but a classical poem. Mr. Liao, maybe you can get closer to the and face the camera and read it to us, what it says in Chinese, and then translate.
Sure. 这是唐代的一个王维写的一首诗，他的这个诗的名字叫做《观猎》，它主要是描写当时在长安附近这个一个将军在这个狩猎的一个情况。这首诗的我念给你听哈。风劲角弓鸣，将军猎未成。草枯鹰眼疾，雪尽马蹄轻。忽过新丰市，还归细柳营。回看射雕处，千里暮云平。
Thank you. Do you want to translate for us?
Yes. During winds blowing, we heard the bows, only heard the bow sound and the horn sound. What is this? Oh yeah, that's the general and his attendant are hunting around the river way. And during the time, because the grass has been dried, and so the hunting eagle have sharp eyes, and the snow has been faded. Snow has been melted, so the horse running fast is very quickly past the city of Xinfeng, and they come back to the camp. Then looking back where the hunting for the eagles, and then they say this evening cloud already coming in, cover 1,000 miles, roughly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.